what's going on, guys? It's your BFF Snowy Oreo 663 here, right now, and this is my brother Kyle. Say hello. Also known as what? Moody Blues 27?
Yes.
Okay, great. We are going to review all 60 Disney movies today. We're going to do them based on tier lists. We're starting with the tier known as Fuck Off, because it's the worst of the worst, the ones that should never have conceptually been made, and the ones that we wish would burn in hellfire. I think we found the worst.
We found the worst.
You ready for the first one?
What is our first take?
Our first take is none other than Melody Time, a film released in 1948, which you've probably never heard of. And it's basically a collection of, like, short musical-style films. It's kind of like Fantasia, but none of them are good. You have anything to say, Kyle? Shall we discuss?
I hate this movie. It's not even a movie. It's just a 20-minute ad for apples.
There's a 20-minute segment just on Johnny Appleseed, and it's really bad. Little Toot was okay.
Little Toot and Pecos Bill were pretty fine.
Little Toot is like this cute little boat, and he like murders a bunch of people, but he's really cute, so it doesn't matter. Okay, this movie is just a big what the f***. It was the first movie that we legitimately like called our mom and asked for help, mental help. We asked for a therapy session. We were only 20 minutes in.
Yeah, we still had 40 minutes of a movie left.
The biggest atrocity of this film is that Donald Duck is featured in, like, the main poster, and he doesn't say a word. He doesn't even make a noise. And, you know, Donald Duck's biggest thing are those weird-ass noises he makes. He didn't do that. He didn't make any noise. Yeah, he just showed up and vibed, and then he left. This movie is really bad. I know you probably never heard of it, and continue not hearing of it. Continue to live in ignorance that this movie ever existed.
It's not my least favorite movie, but
it's mine. We're going based on my list, by the way.
Her list is incorrect.
Excuse me. Our favorite character, mine was Pecos Bill. So my favorite character was Pecos Bill. Okay. My favorite song was the first half of Pecos Bill.
Mine was also Bill. My favorite scene was "Fuck You."
My favorite scene was the first half of Pecos Bill. At least the first half of the Pecos Bill short was kind of funny, but then it went on way too long. Help.
Sid, help, please.
This feels like a DreamWorks movie. And I mean that in the worst possible way. Next, we will discuss the film known as Chicken Little. The film that I'm sure most of you have heard of, and most of you agree is awful. This movie is very, very, very bad.
No, it's so good. It's basically Shrek. But without the hallelujah scene. And without being funny. And without Shrek. And without everything Shrek is.
It wants to be Shrek. It is the Disney movie that tried to be Shrek and failed miserably. Basically, the story is about this chicken who wants his father's approval after he's a paranoid schizophrenic who convinces the entire town that the sky is falling, and a year later they're still picking on him for it. And his dad is an asshole and doesn't come for him at all, until he wins the baseball game and gains everyone's approval. And then aliens show up.
Want to know the worst part of this movie?
What?
They don't even make a how did the chicken cross the road joke.
They don't!
Like, this is literally the one joke where I would laugh at a joke like that.
Yeah. They did have one funny joke.
Time out, Foxy. Prepare to hurt. And I don't mean emotionally like I do.
That's actually kind of funny. The character design and the animation is absolute ass.
It's like Shrek.
Yes. But without the charm. Buck Cluck is the father of Chicken Little, and he is
the best.
Okay, he's the best, ironically, but he's the worst Disney father figure, which is funny because Disney literally featured him in a Father's Day post, saying family is always there for you when the sky is falling. AKA, his father was not there for him when the sky was falling. They did murder a bunch of people, but turns out they weren't dead. So that took away all the credit that it had.
I wanted people to get vaporized.
They sang the song Wannabe by the Spice Girls. And since I watched this movie, that song is good, but since I watched this movie as a kid, I was going around at 5 years old singing, "If you want to be my lover," and that's not good for 5-year-olds to sing. The only good things I can say for this movie is that the alien design was very cute. I did like Kirby, the alien. And
the vaporizing scene was hilarious.
That was hilarious until we found out they weren't dead.
Damn it. Like, whenever I saw what's-her-name get vaporized, it was great.
Foxy Loxy.
Because she was the first one to get vaporized.
Yes.
And she got vaporized, and I was laughing my ass off.
What else can I say? That's
That's about it.
Patrick Warburton showed up for like 2 seconds, and that was great.
Home on the Range is better.
Yeah, the ending scene... The ending scene where they were watching a modernized, like, Hollywood version of their story was actually good. I can say that for certain. That was good.
I'd rather watch that movie than what
I would much rather watch that movie. My favorite character was Kirby the alien. What was yours?
Mine is Butt Cluck.
Of course. There were songs, but I didn't like any of them.
Lover is still my favorite song.
It's called Wannabe.
I don't give a crap.
And my favorite scene was the fake movie at the end of the film.
Mine is never they got vaporized. I love this movie.
No, you don't.
But dinosaur.
No!
But potato egg.
Dinosaur is Disney's first computer animated film, and it is so bad. I think, okay, although Chicken Little, I could say, is more bad overall, this film is the most boring. Even Melody Time had a couple good scenes. This has nothing.
Melody Time and Chicken Little made me laugh.
At least once.
The only reason Dinosaur is here is because the first 15 minutes are
10
cinema.
minutes. The first 10 minutes are actually very well done. It's all done without dialogue. The animation on the dinosaurs is pretty outdated, but it's just an egg traveling from a nest all the way to this island. And there's no dialogue, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And then fucking lemurs show up for some reason.
Okay, the horny lemur's the best lemur. He did make me laugh. Never mind. Chicken Little. Never mind. That's why I remember why I have it above Chicken Little.
It's basically Tarzan for the next 5 minutes, where a dinosaur is being raised by lemurs.
But
so
Tarzan has
emotions and soul, and then all the
life.
and then all the lemurs die, and then he's just traveling with these other dinosaurs forever. Like, why did he have to be raised by lemurs? There's no point for the lemurs to exist. Why are they here? Why did lemurs live with
him emotional trauma?
I don't remember any of their names.
I don't either.
Just
I know horny lemur.
That's not even
and
his name.
Mommy lemur, and then grandpa lemur and baby lemur.
There are many deaths in this movie, and
we don't give a crap
I did
about
not
any
give a
of them.
shit.
The only one where I felt something was whenever that bad guy died.
There was quite a bit of blood, if I'm being honest. And there's literally a scene where they're being chased by the big bad, like Carnosaur, and I didn't care. I wanted them to die. The only characters I gave a shit about were these two, like, elderly dinosaurs. I don't remember one of their names, because that was my favorite. Like, the Pachyrhinosaurus, I think she was. She was sweet, but, like, she had 10 lines, and wasn't important to the plot.
She had maybe 10 lines.
Yeah, and there's, like, a forced romance at the end that doesn't really matter.
Oh, brother.
And I'm mostly pissed about this movie because of what happened to Disney's Animal Kingdom Park. If you're interested in that, there's a video in the description, because I'm not going to talk about that for 30 minutes. My favorite character was Ema.
I didn't fill out this paper. At least I filled out Melody Time. I just put a big f*** you on this paper.
And my favorite scene was the first 10 dialogue-less minutes, because there's no songs in this.
Why do they do a Batman sound effect? Like, fuck you.
Ralph breaks the internet. Fuck you. This is the movie that I'm personally the most angry about, because I absolutely love the first Wreck-It Ralph film.
I will give my comments now before you start.
Okay, go ahead.
So, Slaughter Race is good. Felix is only in the movie for like 2 seconds, and he's the best part of the movie. Gord is great.
If I can just find that... God! I just gotta find this list. Oh, there you are. These guys are looking to get rich playing video games. Oh, what do you got for them, partner?
E-Boy's not voiced by Dan TDM. I was lied to. Yeah, she's gonna say all the negative stuff. So.
Okay, so basically, they take a character like Ralph, who is a lovable doofus in the first one, and they make him a blithering man-baby who obsesses over this 10-year-old girl. Like, they're supposed to be the bestie friends of everything, and then he, like, gets mad that she's hanging out with other people. Like, bro, you're, like, a grown man. I don't care if you're code or shit. You're weird. And they take them on the internet, and the fact that eBay, the website eBay, is a central plot to this fucking Disney movie, and they go to eBay, they go to Twitter, they go to BuzzTube to get all the buzz hearts and stuff, and, like, they teach kids that it is perfectly okay to upload videos of yourself following all the latest trends and flossing. They do flossing in that movie. To upload all these videos, and you could get thousands of dollars overnight. Like, that's not a good thing to teach to kids. I guess I can say that the Oh My Disney segment was kind of like, F you, look at all our products that we own. Like, Groot's there, the Stormtroopers are there, Baymax is there.
The princesses.
The princesses were good. I did like the princesses. They were kind of funny. And the way that they saved the day at the end was actually really good.
I love that they brought Naveen. I love
They did.
Naveen.
They did do that. Fuck everything else in this movie. Fuck what they did to Ralph, breaking them up, and fuck ignoring the moral of the last one about you can't go turbo, you can't leave your own game, and Vanellope just leaves her own game, and they never even mention turbo at all. They take the greatest side characters known to man of Felix and Calhoun and have them just not exist. Their plot was right there for it. This movie's like 2 hours long, and Felix and Calhoun were in it for 2 scenes, and they didn't even do anything.
It's okay. I'll take over.
Okay.
What else do we need to say about this movie? I'm trying to think of positives we have.
It looked pretty.
It looked pretty.
It was very pretty.
It was a movie that exists. The biggest problem with this movie is the first one exists. If the first one was non-existent, this movie would be fine. It wouldn't be great or anything, but it would be a fine movie because of everything she said about the whole turbo crap. But yeah, I don't know what else to say.
Okay, my favorite character was Gord.
Mine was Felix, even though he's barely in it.
Yeah. My favorite song was A Place Called Slaughter Race.
That's the only song.
Yeah, but it was still great.
It's a big
And
one.
my favorite scene was the princesses saving Ralph at the end.
My favorite scenes where Ralph's getting cyberbullied.
They tried to make that an emotional scene.
Yeah.